Now, despite a failed coup, international tensions and pressures on the currency, Turkey's economy has beaten the odds. Government figures show GDP expanded by 2.9% over 2016. That was faster than estimates by Moody's and the World Bank. A boost in government spending gave the economy a shot in the arm. Domestic demand expanded by 5.7% over the year before. The government's hoping to accelerate that recovery further this year. Deputy Prime Minister Mehmet Şimşek says economic reforms are a priority in 2017. So for more on this, Taha Arvas joins me now in the studio. He's a financial columnist with the Daily Sabah newspaper. Taha, thank you so much for being with us once again on Money Talks. Now, the GDP figures, 2.9%, beating most analysts' expectations. Was it beyond your expectations too?
I think people were expecting a surprise. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be a surprise if they were expecting it, but I think the magnitude was a lot higher than many expected. And I think that's because there's been a lot of fiscal stimulus. The government has been pulling out all the stops in pushing the economy forward because there appears to be a global slowdown coming around the corner, so they wanted to get ahead of the curve.
Indeed, it does look like it. But just focusing on the Turkish economy itself, do you think that the Turkish economy is where it should be right now from a structural point of view?
I think there are some liberalization steps that the government has been planning to take. The attempted coup last summer kind of slowed everything down, rather. And so the government's kind of playing a little catch-up. And so I think as soon as this upcoming election referendum is held, probably they'll speed up liberalization policies.
Yeah, this is kind of a little bit of a question mark, I suppose, that investors just want to get out of the way, isn't it?
That's true. In the last 2 years, there have been 4 elections, so the people and investors are trying to get over any other uncertainty. And this referendum obviously, this upcoming referendum has a little bit of uncertainty to it, so they want to clear the air, and whatever happens, they just want to proceed.
Just going back to the domestic economy, one of the things that stood out was, apart from government spending, there was a lot of consumer spending as well. Consumer sentiment seems to be holding up despite all of these things that you're talking about.
Right, absolutely. I think that's the most surprising part of this. But I think it was one of the positive parts was after the coup, it seemed like the parties came together. They were united. And so that unification of parties that have been historically in opposition to each other helped consumer confidence, and it helped consumers believe that the future was brighter for Turkey, and that pushed the numbers up.
When you look globally, you mentioned the headwinds. Specifically, what are the greatest dangers for Turkey's economy? Well,
Turkey's largest trading partner is Europe, as you know. So the question mark as to the future of the European Union is a huge one. So much of exports are done in euro currencies. So it's important to resolve any questions about the future of the European Union so for Turkey to get back to business.
Great, Taha Arvas. Don't go away. We're going to be back with you in a moment.